timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's camp. Come. Best of luck.
Welcome back, Captain. Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, so glad to finally have a word with you. I would have been so disappointed if Ludovico monopolized your attention. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows. You're a compassionate person, Captain. And you're right. Halcyon Helen was a talented woman. She had a gift for transforming her art into wealth. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
We can do this anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure your schedule's wide open. What with your product launch being indefinitely delayed due to unforeseen murder.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have no choice but to file an official reprimand on your permanent record.
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and have it laminated?
Could we please stop this nonsense? Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You are an extraordinary scientist. If your talents extend to forensics, then you may be exactly what we need. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case. Just the three of us. You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. But Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover. Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders. Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like? Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society. I represent the law, Captain, but what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated. I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities. Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving. We've touched down on the atmospheric complex in Eridanos. Good luck, Captain.
Hello, hello, hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime. I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it. Not particularly, but I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help. Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which... Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly. You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible... Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. You're making fun. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. See, you say... Anyhow... I think I must have... Supervisor.
I'm sure you could, but we fed our last box of grievance forms into the incinerator a few months ago.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Someone so famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
Why, hello there! Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests. Excuse me. Oh, now that our introduction... Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready. His judgment sometimes leaves... Unfortunately not. I was in the operator. For what it's worth, the murder was a right... But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what... Well, not necessarily, but Slug Clay...
The murder...
Oh, you're this... She's with Dr. Goodnight. Of course. You'll be staying in our luxur... I'm sure it'll be ready for you. Oh, the ballroom's right behind the tower.
Well...
Black Hole Birdie's disappeared.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you. Constable Maria...
Dr. Goodnight, ecstatic to make your various... An extraordinary...
Our coroner has developed a
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. I'm so glad. The discrepancy... Then it renders any... Go on, then.
I'm contractually... You'll want to peer into the amplifier.
The discrepancy amplifier is... This unit has detected a discrepancy. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with...
Oh, you'll love...
Please do not interrupt the
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated... This footprint. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means... Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner... It is also the exact size. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, grass, This data...
Good work, Inspector. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you... Check in with the concierge. Something I should... I'm afraid... It isn't personal, Inspector. Are you asking... I understand you're being metaphorical, but I'm... Please. Norval, head bellhop. He was understandably distraught. I believe his feelings... Hotel security corroborates his whereabouts during the murder. I'm a little suspicious of anyone who enjoys his job as much as Norval. He's also obsessive in his appreciation of Helen's work. Obsessive passion can... There's no sign of the murder weapon. Whatever it was that killed Helen, the killer took it with them. Frankly, Helen was known to carry her signature weapon, a bespoke handgun known as the Needler. There was no sign of any such weapon on her body. If there were any witnesses, none came. Helen was very particular. Spencer Woolrich and Bertie Holcomb are officially persons of interest. Let me rephrase that. He's your lead suspect. Work is simple. People are complicated. The people involved in this murder are especially complicated. Mr. Woolrich was Halcyon Helen's professional rival. It's possible jealousy drove him to take Helen out of the picture. I apologize for the wordplay. Conversely, Mr. Bertie Holcomb was Helen's paramour. The relationship was reportedly dissolved. I can't rule out her murder as a crime of passion. Woolrich thinks of himself as a serious and distinguished actor. He was frequently cast in demeaning roles, while Helen played the charismatic heroine. He has reason to be envious. I considered the possibility that Woolrich killed Helen in order to eliminate a rival and advance his own career. Woolrich owes his career to Helen's dramas. Her death likely harms his long-term prospects. Mr. Holcomb was in a romantic relationship with Helen. This Black Hole Birdie currently holds the record for most non-consecutive blows to the head. Please. Anything?
This is a bottle of unreleased... Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for... This evidence has been recorded for later reference.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
How may I... I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're... Let me just set you up with The last guest left her belongings behind. Simply call the My apologies, All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot about... You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least. I'm not much of... And Helen always had a crowd of admirers. Everyone wanted to be around Helen. Birdie. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though. If looks could kill. See, if you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Either he's in denial, or... That... A dashing gunslinger type, then. It certainly is a... Please, allow... Twice the size of the next bit. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspect. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a... Most certainly. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping in... Who would be interested? Of interest to your investigation, but You'll have to find...
Hello there, my inordinately... Oh, you're the one who visited me. Hello again. Thanks so much for brightening my day. What authorized floor can I bring you to? Next up, the finest seat in the house.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's icon.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen!
Inspector, I understand you've visited House... Huh. Your discretion is appreciated. Here, I'm granting you access through... There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather... You have a lead.